Some 6 customers of gold dealership firm Menzgold, who were said to have attempted to lock up a facility owned by the company's chief executive, Nana Appiah Mensah, have been arrested by the East Legon police. The agitated customers were picked up at the Xylophone Arts Complex at East Legon. They have denied attempting to lock up the facility, explaining they were only there to speak to management on how they could retrieve their investment, currently locked up for several months. Nancy MFR Dradosi was there and now reports.
All right, so whilst in the office, we had calls from some Menzgold customers that they were storming the East Legon branch of Xylophone to lock up the places because they have refused, Menzgold company has refused to pay them back their dividend and also their principal. But it's unfortunate that when we got here, we just met the police, and I've been interacting with a few of them, and they told me that they also had hints of a similar attack here at the Xylophone office. That is why I've spotted about 3 different cars of theirs, and also some of them on motorbikes, guarding the place to ensure that nothing of that sort is happening here.
It took us more than 15 minutes to locate the exact property the Menzgold customers allegedly stormed, as there were quite a number of Xylophone properties in the area. When we eventually located it, a deployment of police led by the operations commander for the Greater Accra, Chief Superintendent Kwesi Fori, was in place.
Today is a public holiday, and a group of boys violently mass up here, throwing stones and attacking personnel working in here. One thing that the police would like to remind everybody is that one cannot take the laws into his or her own hand, and that it is criminal, to equip yourself with missiles like stones and other material, adapted materials meant to cause injury and harm, to behave in such a style here. And we are here to make sure that police primacy and authority prevails. Rule of law prevails. There are so many avenues of dealing with this situation and not the violent means. And the police will not permit any person or group of persons who might think they can take the laws into their own hand and terrorize a community like this. No.
So how many people have you arrested? How many people massed up here, and how many have you been able to pick up?
The police use every means, to get them. We've arrested so far 6. We don't know what the other teams have done. So at the end of the day, we might come up with the number.
All right, thank you very much. So you heard there.
And let me send a strong signal to such characters that the laws of this land will not permit violence. The laws of this land will not permit a situation where one takes the law into its own hand and execute violence with impunity. No.
All right, so
we could only manage a brief word from their aggrieved customers as they were whisked away.
I didn't see any mobile assistant mobile attack company.
Ya mazi ya babe attack company no. Ya ba se ya babe yusu Xylophone media no na ya omudi akire na na Appiah Mensah se na watose ya ache no. Se na hanzu ye ni media no omra na amanfo owu ye bre nti ba be hu black rasta. Ama ye na kasa we kwa me ye the number ye number sama ne se first se bibini on free radio na ye nkasa ana a police for be mu no nti bajo enye boni bia.
Okay, but you also, why did you decide to come here today? I thought they've said that they have started paying the people already.
No. We have a platform, and not a single customer has been able to come out to say that I've gotten my 15%. Meaning no one, they are not doing the payment. Normally we go there on. I took leave from work. I've been there for 2 weeks, and I didn't see any action of that.
The police say it will ensure that situations like this will not occur again. Nancy MFR Dradosi, Joy News.
Government has concluded the vetting of some 871 small-scale miners who will eventually be allowed to resume prospecting once the ban on small-scale mining is lifted. The ban, which has been in place since April 2017, is to halt the pillaging of the environment by many illegal operators whose activities were unregulated. The 2 weeks vetting exercise is in line with President Akufo-Addo's resolve to sanitize and regularize small-scale mining operators in the country. Efwa Evans Chinri observed the last day of the vetting here in Accra and reports.
The remainder of the 871 small-scale miners seeking to be cleared to resume operations filed into the offices where the vetting has been taking place for the past 2 weeks. Each of them are required to present mining licenses, environmental permit, certificate of registration and tax identification number for inspection. Unlike previous days where some of them were arrested for attempting to swindle the process by presenting fake documents, the last day was uneventful.
This is his company and this is his personal thing, the director himself.
And there are some of them that you see the correct sign. It's only because the 10 number is right.
Government says it is hoping to lift the ban on small-scale mining in good time for the operators to have a good Yuletide.
Indeed, small-scale miners will enjoy Christmas. That is the government's commitment, which was alluded to by Professor Frimpong Boateng. We are not departing from that. Very soon, the government will come out before the year ends. We are in December, and Christmas is always held in December, and definitely you enjoy Christmas.
Secretary to the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining, Charles Bissu, explains the exercise to regularize the operations of the small-scale miners has been challenging.
Initially, a few people came in, and then they were arrested. Some brought in fictitious receipts, purporting that emanating from EPA. The police arrested them. So then there was some seriousness. People realized that no, this is a serious exercise, and so they refrained from doing that. As we speak, there's a team out there putting trackers on excavators. Yesterday, 130 drone pilots passed out at the Suchari. So we're putting all the measures or mechanisms that will be used in the monitoring exercise in place. Now, we've been given up to Tuesday to submit a report to the president through the committee and the chief of staff.
He says the committee will now deliberate over all the applications. He's, however, unable to say when exactly the nearly 2-year-old ban will be lifted.
Once the president gets that and he goes through it, and he makes that decision, because he actually imposed the ban, and he's the only person who can actually say the ban be lifted. It's not for me to do that. The work that we're doing here determines the lifting of the ban.
For the nearly 900 small-scale miners, though, time is of the essence if they are to get back into the trenches to resume their search for the precious metal and hopefully make some money before the Christmas festivities as promised by government.
The ECOWAS Commissioner in charge of macroeconomic policy and research, Dr. Kofi Konedo Aprako, says although the regional body has encountered a lot of challenges in the implementation of a single currency for the sub-region, significant progress has also been made. Addressing journalists Friday at a technical meeting on communication strategy for an ECOWAS single currency event, the former Trades Industry Minister said very important aspects of the vision are being discussed. The aim, he says, is to have the currency in circulation by 2020.
There have been a lot of challenges, but lately there has been greater momentum towards the actual implementation of the program. I arrived yesterday from Banjul in Gambia, where a series of meetings, 3 specific meetings took place. And they were meetings that were dealt with concrete actions, concrete steps that need to be taken in the implementation of the single currency. For once, seriously, we met and discussed the monetary policy framework for the single currency, the model of the central bank that we envision to have. We even went further to look at the architecture of the central bank that we want to establish. And we made progress. We discussed the issue of central bank. What type of central bank should we have? Is it a central bank built around the federal system or the unitary system? Very challenging issue, but we faced it and we dealt with it. We talked about the specific structures that has to be in place. Where would we locate the central bank? What would be the name of the currency? What would be the logo of the currency? Those are very serious issues and concrete actions that we need to take in order to be able to go forward with a single currency program.
The former executive director of the Media Foundation for West Africa, Professor Kwame Karikari, who moderated the event, says West African citizens have to be educated on the importance of a single currency for the sub-region.
We are all used to our national currencies. We are all used to our national institutions. We are all used to so many ways of doing things with money in our different environments. So the challenge of how to get the people to understand what it is, how to get them to use the new currency is there. It gets even more complicated when you are talking about so many different sectors of our economies. The banks, the institutions, the business communities, traders, civil servants, name it. Each of these segments of the society need to be convinced for their buy-in and also need to be educated about the new currency, how it is to be used, and also all the economic, social, and even cultural implications that money brings about.
We're taking a short break. We'll be right back with more. Stay tuned. President Akufo-Addo says his government has taken a decision to tackle comprehensively the issues confronting the agriculture sector with policies such as the Planting for Food and Jobs. He said the agriculture sector was on a decline when he assumed office, with an erratic performance and growth rate of 0.8%, one of the lowest in modern times. The president was speaking at National Farmers' Day celebrations in the northern regional capital, Tamale, where 60-year-old farmer James Obin Boatin from the Bronga-Hafu region was adjudged the 2018 National Best Farmer. Martina Bugri has more.
The president, who said this at the 34th National Farmers Day Awards in Tamale, the northern regional capital, said the result of the neglect of the previous government in the agriculture sector was total poor yield, among others.
It is important to put on record that Ghana's agriculture was in a state of decline when I became president of the republic. Prior to 2017, the performance of the sector had been erratic, recording a growth rate of 0.8% in 2011, one of the lowest in modern times. It improved, albeit slightly, to 3.1% in 2016. And that told no better story. This growth pattern was a reflection of a lack of prioritization and support for the agricultural sector by the previous government. Their neglect of agriculture found expression in low farm yields, high post-harvest losses, low level of mechanization, poorly motivated, and low numbers of extension officers, largely unavailable marketing infrastructure, weak linkages to other sectors, and a general lack of access to agricultural financing.
He said his government took a decision in 2017 to tackle the problems facing the sector head on.
Having effectively diagnosed the problems of the sector, the current government took the decision to tackle comprehensively the issues confronting the sector and work towards harnessing effectively its potential. The launch of the program for Planting for Food and Jobs, PFJ, in April 2017, strongly signaled government's determination to reverse the flagging fortunes of agriculture. Consequently, planting for food and jobs, focused on improving the yields of farmers, guaranteeing access to markets, reducing post-harvest losses, and enhancing the availability of extension services. Nearly 2 years into its implementation, I can confidently report that very positive results have been achieved. In particular, the distribution of farm inputs to farmers, a major component of the program, has worked very well. The provision of improved seeds and subsidized fertilizer has largely accounted for high farm yields. And
the President, Nana Akufo-Addo, said for the country to make a positive impact in the agricultural sector, there must be a paradigm shift.
This means that we have to take bold decisions, underpinned by strong political will, to move away from practice of business as usual to innovative and results-driven approach of doing things in the sector. It requires a paradigm shift from production-based to business-orientated agriculture, which promotes value chain development and entrepreneurship. The agenda of transforming agriculture calls for investing our resources in critical areas of the sector with a view to stimulating growth on a sustainable basis. Government is doing everything possible to put agriculture on the path of transformation. Since assuming office, we have left no one in doubt about the importance of agriculture as one of the cogs for accelerating economic growth.
The overall best farmer for 2018, James Obin-Boateng from Ejura South in the Brown and Hartford region, was awarded 480,000 Ghana cedis, a tractor and some agro products. First runner-up, Charity Equatia, took home a tractor and some agro products. And the second runner-up, Alex Tinkran, took home a pickup and some agro product as well.
The winner of this year's Best Farmer Award in Kumasi has advised his colleagues to utilize technical advice of Extension Service personnel. Samson Chonebo-Akudua attributes his success to extreme Extension Service support. He commends government's efforts at enhancing agriculture to guarantee food security in Ghana. Mr. Chonebo-Akudua spoke to Love News after receiving his award in Kumasi. Prince Apia has more in the following report.
The colorful event saw many farmers from the Foriko municipality join their peers in the Kumasi metropolis to mark the occasion. Those who excelled received mattresses, cutlasses, knapsack sprayers, and assorted agrochemicals. Officials were full of praise for farmers for their hard work, especially for embracing government's agriculture drive. Winner of the Kumasi Metro's Best Farmer Award, Chonebo-Akudua Samson, says farming is gradually becoming attractive, for which reason farmers cannot afford to downplay extension services.
Not everybody will get this award. Even some people are working so many years, they haven't get this award. But by the grace of God and the hard work and the Mufa people have got this award. So I'm happy for that. I'm telling my colleague farmers to do the work, try and do it well, hard work, and be serious so that they will get something like I'm getting now. If you take the extension officers' advice, if they come and they tell you, anything that they tell you, if you follow them, everything will be successful for you.
Kumasi City Mayor Osei Sibenchi was particularly excited by a report of bumper harvest this year. He says farmers must take advantage of government's initiatives to empower themselves and improve agriculture.
In
In fact, all what we are giving to them is we are giving them money in kind. Because one, if the government is providing them seedlings, two, if the government is subsidizing fertilizer, it's all a way of giving them money. Like an Oliver Twist. And we also assure them that this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. We are still going to do more to make sure that Ghana become a prosperous country by using farming as an input to get us to where we want to go.
Meanwhile, all the winners and other farmers at the program commended government's efforts at enhancing agriculture to guarantee food security in Ghana. Prince Apia reporting.
A 27-year-old unemployed nurse who took up poultry farming out of frustration has emerged best youth farmer in the New Durban North Municipal Assembly. Bless Tutu went into poultry farming after waiting months on end for her posting by the Ghana Health Service because she had to support herself and her siblings. She now keeps about 1,200 layers and produces over 60 crates of eggs each day. Maxwell Kuduko was at the New Durban North Municipal Assembly Farmers' Day at Oyoko, where Bless was awarded and filed this report.
Bless went home with farming pools and a flat screen TV donated by the Member of Parliament of New Durban North and Deputy Local Government Minister, Honorable Kwesi J. Boateng. She shared with Joy News a rather interesting story.
I completed 2015, getting to 3 years now. So I got married 2016, and then my husband would have to be like, don't wait for posting. So we started the farm, very little, and then as God was on with us, we moved on. And my motivation actually was that the posting wasn't coming. I can't wait. I need money. I have siblings. So I saw that what I'm able to do well, I must just do it, start it and complete it.
The overall best in the municipality, Samini Okainkwe, believe agriculture can be attractive to the youth if government regulates the land tenure system in the country.
Some subsidies given in terms of fertilizer and some few seeds. I think I need to employ on the government to do a little more to create financial assistance to the youth that they can access soft loans to boost their interest in the production of food for the populace.
Honorable Comfort Asante hinted government wants to use agriculture to turn Ghana around in a more prosperous way. She said even though the new assemblies were asked not to celebrate the Farmers' Day because of financial constraint, they decided to mobilize their own funds to reward gallant farmers in the municipality.
We return to our Farmers' Day coverage where at Fian, in the Dafia Mabusie Isa district of the Upper West region, 60 hard-working farmers were awarded in the district. Habib Idrisu, 38, who is married with 3 children, was adjudged the best farmer in the district. Joy News Upper West correspondent Rafiq Salam reports from Fian.
There was no celebration of the Regional Farmers' Day in all regions in the country following its cancellation by the organizers. The decision to cancel the regional celebration was due to the fact that more funds were being used for regional farm fair to the detriment of the districts. In view of that, government directed that all funds meant for Regional Farmers' Day celebration should be channeled for the strengthening of the district celebrations. Following that directive, all 11 municipal and districts in the Upper West region had their celebrations at a location of their choice in their district or municipality. FIEN therefore played host to the celebration of the day for farmers in the Dafema Buse Isa district. 60 hardworking farmers were rewarded at the event. 38-year-old father of 3, Habib Idrisu, made the people of FIEN proud by fulfilling the mantra of host and win when he was adjudged the overall best farmer in the district. He has a 50-acre farm where he has cultivated granules, beans, bambara beans, and maize. He also has 170 cattle. For his prize, he was given a tricycle, pair of volunteer boots, machete, and a certificate. The prize is a significant improvement from the first edition 34 years ago in the region, where the winner got volunteer boot and a cloth. The first runner-up award went to Abu Isa. For his prize, he was given a Haojun 125 motorbike, volunteer boot, machete, and a certificate. Margaret Tabela brought smiles to the faces of the sea of women at the event when she placed third. She was given Lojenov motorbike, pair of volunteer boot, machete, and a certificate. Dafiemo Buse Isa District Chief Executive Nadi Morisanda expressed concern over the burning of the bush, which has resulted in the destruction of farm produce and electricity poles.
Another practice that is worthy of note and action is bushfires. Every year, we lose several metric tons of farm produce, farmlands, forest reserves, soil nutrition, and electricity poles to bushfires. The irreparable harm caused by bushfires every year cannot be quantified, and we must stop this negative practice now.
Reporting for Joy News, Rafik Salam, FIEN.
Some fishermen in the central region are calling on government to institute a National Fishermen Day to recognize their efforts. According to the fishermen, during Farmers' Day, it is only issues of farmers that are spoken about to the neglect of the fisheries sector, even though it also provides the protein needs of the country. They have been speaking with Joy News' Richard Kwajonyako.
On the day set aside to celebrate farmers, fishermen here at Elmina in the central region say the celebration has been skewed in favor of farmers.
The premise no one something in your pankoti. And now I didn't now be about 2 weeks. Na kanko. Na yamowa apafo
The issues of the premix fuel is very huge. It is not only in Apam. It is affecting the entire fishing industry. We get a supply of premix fuel every 2 weeks. This is woefully inadequate. It makes its sharing very difficult. This sometimes results in many quarrels and struggles. We are pleading with government to look at this. The issue is a serious one. They feel the issues of fishermen have been relegated to the background. Pakweju Rekon has been a fisherman for more than 25 years. Pakweju's challenge is that government has over the years not shown enough commitment to the sector. That accounts for the dwindling fortunes of the fishing industry. The problem leads to hoarding and overpricing of the products. The government needs to focus its attention on the fishing industry. The outboard motor is very expensive now. The challenges surrounding it are enormous. The prices keep fluctuating. For the past 2 years, fishermen have not had outboard motors. This is seriously affecting the work we do. Pakweju's colleague, Eja Musa, says outboard motors have for the past 2 years not been given fishermen. The distribution and sale of premix fuel, the fishermen say, has become a major challenge. For years, Ghana's fishing subsector has experienced stunted growth, making its contribution to the economy quite insignificant compared with other subsectors. The fishing subsector since 2006 has contributed less than 3% to the country's economy, according to the Ghana Statistical Service data. Papa Kojo and the fishermen here want government to recognize the effort of fishermen by instituting a national day for the fishermen, where the effort of the fisher folks would be recognized significantly. It is a matter that gravely affects us. Anytime Farmers' Day is celebrated, the overall recipient goes to the farmers. Fishermen have not been given enough recognition. We want government attention on the fishing industry. Fishermen and farmers are one people. We need to be recognized on this very day. The Food and Agriculture Organization estimates that production from marine fisheries has been declining since 1999, from almost 420 tons to 202,000 tons in 2014. Total fish exports, the study adds, reached a peak in 2003 with a value of $120 million, but declined sharply to $44 million in 2014. Richard Kojunya Akon, Joy News, Cape Coast.
Programming of the English broadcast channels of Multimedia Ghana Limited was given a different flavor this year's Farmers' Day with introduction of new presenters just for Friday. The regular show hosts on both Joy FM and Joy News had to cede their slots to the personalities and newsmakers they would usually be interviewing. While the news channel featured a number of A-list celebrities as show hosts, Joy FM had some political figures and public personalities moderating the discussions and analyzing various topics. Joy News' Joseph Akable caught up with former NPP General Secretary Kwabena Ajipon, who hosted Joy FM Super Morning Show, and other personalities who anchored the news.
So I caught up with two of the personalities that made it on the Super Morning Show this morning. Our guest host, Kwabena Ajipon, and Joyce Bawa Mokhtar, who was also a panelist on the show. Let me start with Kwabena first. First, when a phone call came in that you were supposed to host the Super Morning Show, what was the first thing that came to mind?
Well, it was confusing. It was an ambush. It was late last night, and by the time I got back to my office, the crew, 4 of them, were seated in my reception, and I was wondering what was going on here. And they said they want me to host the program this morning. At first, I didn't want to do it, but I said, okay, I'll do it. It's been a long, long time since I sat behind a console many years ago in the late 80s and all that. So I said, well, I'll try my hands at it, and I think I enjoyed it as we went along.
I'll come back to your own assessment. I'll let Joyce assess you, that you assess Joyce as well. But how did you receive the call too?
Well, I think that Sami called me late in the evening yesterday. It was pretty much almost after hours. I had actually experienced this before, I think last year at Christmas. So this is actually my second time. I think all in all, I had a really good time. It was a fantastic program. And sometimes I always say, depending on who you find on the other side, you can actually have a very interesting discussion without the usual whatever. But even this morning, with the touch of politics, I think it was still quite good enough.
Finally, Kwabena, how will you score your panelist, Joyce?
I think Joyce is, she's well in her elements. It's a job she does. She's been working for the former president as the spokesperson, so it's very comfortable. I think her language is lovely. She's got a nice personality, and I think she goes 9 over 10.
9 over 10? What would it be for you?
Oh, I think 9 over 10. He was fantastic, and he made it relatively very interesting and very exciting. I think watching him, dancing along and singing along was particularly interesting. I think it's good to let our hairs down every now and then after a hard day's work, and I think this provides us ample opportunity to do just that.
He was being called DJ Kalahari. You enjoyed his music?
I thought that was fantastic, yes. It was pretty good, except, of course, at some point he was more like a panelist, especially after Gabi left. But I think all in all, he actually did a good job.
You want to react to that?
I needed to bring some, there are two sides of every coin. So once Gabi wasn't there, I had to play his role a bit for him.
Goken, you read the news on radio and you were on TV. First, which of the two did you enjoy?
Well, you see, before I come to which I enjoyed, this is home, you see. And I think what has happened today is the fact that You know, that these are people who say that as general manager for Joy FM, I was backing them in this news and doing feedback and saying, oh, you're not doing this. So they gave me very little room to prepare. I was told, you know, around almost 11, and they said I should come do the news on Joy. But, you know, all we're servants of the people, and these are great opportunities that are offered to you. So I came and I did TV, then the radio, then the TV pushed, this man, he left as multi-TV CEO, so let's put him on so that we can mark him too as well. And so they put me on TV. But let me say, generally, I've enjoyed all of it.
Uncle Ken, I'll ask you to score yourself over 10.
You know, I'm a very critical person. If I have to score myself, I'm sure I'd give myself a 3 over 10 for radio. And if I come to TV, maybe a 2.5.
Will you employ yourself?
I would, if I have to employ myself, I have to go through a lot of training. You know, I think that the potential is there, but considering the fact that I was just given a few minutes for TV, no, I won't blame them. You know, it's also because of the context of today. You know, it's testy-heavy, and you want to bring the light side of it.
Honorable, how was it reading the news?
Well, it was fun. Maybe not news, but it's not new. I'm a trained PR journalism professional, so it's not new. And I've hosted a few programs here and there over the years. So yes, reading the news was new. I used to do Minority Caucus here on Joy News.
If you are asked to score yourself out of 10, what would that score be?
Well, I wouldn't score myself.
No, you should. Everyone is scoring himself. You should.
I don't think I can score myself. I would rather people who have watched would score and tell me how well I did.
But you were supposed to read on radio. You came in late.
Yes, it's traffic. It's a holiday, so I had to drive myself, and I drove to traffic.
But your listeners would have missed out the news completely if your other uncle had not been around.
Yeah, I think it would have been disappointing because our people and our party members put it on various platforms, okay, for people to listen to what I'm going to say today, the interview. So I think millions of people were listening and watching. I didn't do much because it was just some few scripts. And I think I give myself maybe 9 over 10.
You did that well?
Yeah, I think so.
You confident you did that well?
It was just a small script. If I had enough time and I'm to rehearse, I would have given myself 10 over 10.
How about TV?
I think TV I did 10 over 10.
Perfect.
Maybe 11, Kura. 11, I would have given myself more than 100% with rap. I've been a rapper before, those days in school. So maybe growing up, I left some. But those days I used to be one of the best rappers.
Let's end with a bit of your rap.
What do you want?
Just freestyle something.
I mean, just today is a day for all of us to believe in Farmers' Day. As we celebrate Farmers' Day, everybody knows that the farmers are supposed to be appreciated in one way or the other. And we believe in them because they feed the nation and grow the people. That's it.
Thank you very much.
Nanaba Anamwa and Stoneboy hosted the Cosmopolitan Mix on Joy FM.
People, the loyal, the most killer, the die-hard ones who correct me when I'm wrong, not because they love me and they just want to support everything I do. You don't know. Those in high places and low places and middle places. I respect
and
you
in
all.
between.
Yes.
Let's do this one. How can a clam cram in a clean cream can?
Holland, go again.
Okay. How can a clam cram in a clean cream can?
How can a clam cram in a clean cream can?
Okay, that's fantastic. The 33 thieves thought they thrilled the throne throughout Thursday.
One more time.
The 33 thieves thought they thrilled the throne throughout Thursday.
The 33 thieves thought they thrilled the throne throughout Thursday.
Fantastic! You are super! Last two. Can you can a can as a canna can can?
Can you can a can as a canna can can?
Yay! Okay. Then the very last one.
Hey, I'm trying. Last one.
Sick, hicks, nick, 6 slick bricks with picks and sticks.
See, I'll read after you give me the phone. Hey, my photo of last one, let me try again. Wait a minute, back over the better me.
Okay.
Read over, I'll try again.
Sick hicks. Nick
Yes.
6 slick bricks with picks and sticks.
Oh, sick. We are all sick. One word or other. Yo,
Anyway,
that one I couldn't. I'd have
fantastic.
to.
You are
Thank you,
fantastic.
thank
Anyway,
you.
so now to my 3 A-list men.
But yes, after the men, we have a press soiree later in the
Samini.
Yeah.
Sarkodie.
Yeah.
Shatawale.
Yeah.
Choose one.
We are all S's. Have you realized?
Yes.
Samini, Sarkodie, Shatawale, Stone Boy. And then now you see all the KKK people too rising. You know?
Yeah, that's true. Kwame Eugene,
Kwame na MP is one of the new youths that I like. Kim Promise.
Yeah.
Kiddy.
Yeah. It's the era of the K.
Yeah, but and the K's are supposed to stay and always be, because with the S and the K we can all survive.
So we can call you SK.
Yes.
Original SK.
Shout out to original SK,
So
my
now
friend.
choose.
So out of these three, if you're supposed to choose one, you actually end up choosing one. Do you know that, right?
Yeah.
For reasons beyond your control and reasons
Okay,
within
let me
your
make it
control.
easy for you. What's your favorite track from Sarkodie?
Yo, Sarkodie has a lot of songs. Sarkodie has a lot of songs. I actually have his album and this one. Hold on, sorry. Can I check the title of the album, please? So that I get it right.
Okay, so whilst you're working on, how about Samini? Your favorite song from Samini?
Yeah, that's my big brother. He has a song on his album, the last one he dropped. Yeah, but the one before that was one featuring Sonny Bali. You know what I mean? Samini, I don't like to go for the popular songs because that one is featuring Sonny Bali. I'm still burning. See the Rastaman I come control the situation. I think it's still burning.
Still burning. And
Featuring Sonny Bali. I don't have his album on my phone yet. I'll get it. So I can't choose from the album.
The new one?
But I can't choose from the album, because I would have listened to a deeper one to choose instead of the popular ones, regardless.
Okay, all right.
So I think one of the new ones will work for me.
I know my level.
That will work for me.
Okay, so let's start with Shaka.
I think the video came out. The video was released yesterday.
Okay.
Yes. I like the idea. One of our good friends shot it, Sesan.
Okay.
Yeah, man. He was flying with a balloon.
Yeah.
And he was holding on to the balloon. Nice. I like the flight. Nice flight.
Okay, so let's start with Certified from Sarkodie.
Who we got? Who at the spot? Check around and see Pete at the spot.
Well, that was not all. And Ayariga danced.
No, I'm going to rap. I'm not going to dance. I'm going to rap. Hey, so I'm with you today. Every day, all the night, we rap every morning and greet each boy and believe Ghana is going on today and tomorrow, guys.
Dr. Ariga.
Yes, my brother. How are you doing?
Can you dance the shaku dance?
Which one is the shaku dance? I can dance the shatawali dance, and then I can do the I can do the Sarkodies, and then the what do you call it? What's the name of the other guy?
Who?
Shatawale, Sarkodie, and Stone Boy.
Okay.
I'm not going to dance. I'm going to rap. Hey, so I'm with you today. Every day, all the night, we rap every morning and greet each boy and believe Ghana is going on today and tomorrow.
Thanks for having us. It's been a very interesting session.
You need to mention it. Thanks for having us today. It's an interesting day as we celebrate Father's Day. You and I know. And then we dance shut. So we're gonna wish farmers a happy Farmers Day. So let's go it.
We're going to wish Ghanaian farmers a happy Farmers Day today.
Thanks
for having us.
Thank you. Thank you. So you have to dance with me.
I go show all of them tragedy. No be today, we start to. So if I sing my song, if I keep up for long, because you don't know that day, Jesus Christ, he go come. So if you see me today,
Well, what a day it's been. Of course, I've also been here, but I have not done this alone. I'm here with honorable personalities, and of course, honorable MP for
Afajato
South, and of course, Dr. Anthony Inseasari. That's right, and our very own sports personality, who we always, you know, when I grow up, I want to be like a young sports. Yeah, but just before I kick in something, how would you rate my performance today? I mean, I'm not bragging, but I just want to know where I am to see whether I'm anywhere close to taking Israel's job.
Am I answering first?
Yes, please, ladies first.
As for taking Israel's job, it will be difficult.
I know.
But then you did so well, or you are doing so well.
Thank you.
And as a very mean teacher, I'll score you 8 over 10.
Wow, that's impressive. Thank you very much. But anyway, how has the feeling been? I mean, when you're facing the camera, I'm sure this is like the first time that you've had this opportunity here in Joy.
Yes.
How was the feeling like?
My brother, it was not easy. You saw it. You know, Joy News alone, the name Joy TV is even scary.
I know.
With the kind of, the type of scrutiny they give
so Joy News,
to a lot of things. So Joy News,
That's right.
So standing here and the gentleman 1, 2, 3 go. You realize the first I didn't even hear go. I didn't hear it.
It took a while. Yeah.
It took a while.
Yeah.
And then he shouted again, 1, 2, 3, go. Then I was like, these people, what are they trying to do to this poor lady? But all in all, it was a good experience.
Yeah.
They should invite us often, and we'll be ready to do this better. And shout out to my constituents and my other colleagues and to the team. The team is lovely.
Right.
They give you a lot of morale, let me say it so. They appreciate the little you do. And I tell you, they should be careful I don't take their job next time.
But of course, I guess it goes to
and
say...
I thank them for bringing me.
Of course,
yes,
of course.
I thank them so much.
As I was about to say that, it goes to say that once you have you've done your bit here at Joy, then I guess you're confident enough to take any other network on the land.
Oh yes, I agree with you.
That's kudos.
And I just thank God there was no bar. You remember bar in
I
school?
know.
If you are not careful, but
that's right.
Then you'll be in a very bad situation. So
all right.
I think we did well. We did very well.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Congrats to my brother.
Thank you. Well, Doc, you are yet to be in the hot seat, if you will. And what's your expectation as you're about to host sports?
Oh, I like sports.
Okay.
So my expectations are just normal expectation.
Okay.
But I've seen what you are doing, and I don't have any butterflies in my stomach anyway.
Great.
So I'm not too much scared or
great.
I've been on the TV several occasions, and I think it's normal, but it's good. I mean, once in a while you call people who are not known faces to come.
That's right.
And then also let people see them.
Great.
So I'm waiting for my session.
Okay.
And it's sports.
That's right.
I like sports, so I think. And I've seen my favorite team in, so when I read it, I'll mention their name very well.
Right.
But when I was coming, I thought I was coming to do health.
But
it's good. I mean, once in a while you have to do something different.
Terrain. That's right.
So I'm waiting. I'm excited to see what is going to happen.
Great. So we wish you all the best in that regard as well. As for Yao, I'm not even going to ask him, but of course he's going to present the JNI Interactive.
I'm not even sure.
You're not even sure. Yeah, well, I'm telling you, I'm in charge here now.
But I'm looking forward
to it. It's an interactive segment, and so of course, we know you're ready for it.
Yeah. But I do have butterflies sometimes, regardless of how long you've been doing it. You still get this little bit of butterflies, it makes you excited. Yeah.
Great. And that'll be all for the news.
This is Joy News Prime.